You're a real estate agent that wants to take your own photos, and you don't have a DSLR camera. If you don't have a DSLR camera, that's fine. If you have an up-to-date cell phone, you have enough technology to make your listing look good. And let me show you. Ideally, you want a professional DSLR camera, a professional lens, and flash to have the best photo possible. And if you don't have those things, on your phone, you have some settings that can help you make your listing look good. In this example, I'm gonna show you using an iPhone SE and a Galaxy S7. Both phones are a couple years old, but they'll still be able to produce a high image quality. So on your iPhone, you're gonna go to your camera, and if it's on video, notice how it's taking the whole screen. And we don't want that, because in reality, this image quality is gonna be very narrow. If we swipe over to photo, you're gonna see that it's almost like a square, but not quite. And this helps you use the whole sensor on your camera. If you notice up top, you have the flash and you have HDR. Go ahead and press on flash and hit auto, because we don't want that necessarily on for every photo that we shoot. And then you'll click on HDR, and you want to set that on. You want to force that on. Now what HDR does is the phone will take 3 images at the same time, creating the best image possible with the lightest of lights and the darkest of darks, and exposing everything so that way you can see it as you see it in real life. And now this phone is ready. Now let's go to the Galaxy S7. If you go to the Galaxy S7, you're gonna see some options up top. You're gonna see your picture size, your flash, and your HDR. Now for the picture size, make sure that your picture dimensions are on 4:3 ratio. Basically what this means is it's using the entire sensor and it's not cropping any part of the sensor. If you were to use a 16:9, you're gonna see that it uses the whole screen. In all reality, there is some sensor real estate that it's not using. If you use 4:3, you're gonna get the best image possible, covering the most space with your phone. Go to the flash and make sure that it's toggled to off. And with your HDR, make sure that that's toggled to on. Now your phone is ready to take real estate photos. Now in order to take the best image possible, you don't want to hold your phone like this, and you don't want to angle it down. Okay, angling it down is like this, or angling it up. You want to keep the phone straight and level the entire time. So you want to make sure that your phone is level this way and level this way, okay? Now the reason why you want to do that is to not show the room being skewed. Now if you look at all of my photos that I shoot, for the most part, when it's displaying a room, the vertical lines are vertical. Another tip I can share is you want to make sure that you get 3 walls in your photo. If you get 2 walls, the viewer is going to see those walls as infinite, and they won't be able to truly gauge how big that room is. But if you get 3 walls in the photo, you'll be able to properly display how large that room is, and the viewer's gonna have a better perspective of how big that room is. Another tip, you want to keep your phone at the height of the light switches in the home. And the reason why is because if your phone is too high and looking straight across, you're not gonna get a lot of the floor, you're gonna be missing that. And if you go too low, you're not gonna be getting the ceilings, you're gonna be getting most of the floor. The light switch is a good rule of thumb to follow because it gets the best of both worlds. You can still see the floor, you can still see the ceiling, and it doesn't get the room in extreme ways. And if you want to get close up to sinks, backsplashes, chimneys, or any other thing that's kind of either lower or higher, then it's permissible to raise your camera or lower your camera accordingly, or even angle it down or up to get a better perspective. Now your phone can only do so much by itself. Whenever I take photos on my DSLR camera, each photo is edited by hand, meticulously, one at a time. Now you may not have the time to be able to go through and edit all of your photos, but if you do, there's a couple of softwares you can download that'll help you process your photos. One of them is mobile, the other one is not. One is Snapseed, which is made by Google and is 100% free, and there's not even any paid features in that app. It's by far one of my most favorite apps on the phone to edit photos. And the other software is Lightroom. And you can actually get Lightroom and Photoshop together in a bundle for $10 a month through the Adobe website. Now either way you go, you can still edit your photos professionally. And if you go through your mobile device, it is gonna take you a little bit longer to edit just because you're going through one at a time on such a tiny screen. If you go on the computer, you can develop a workflow and go through a lot faster than you would if you were to do it on your cell phone. A word of caution. If you're looking at doing aerial photographies yourself for your real estate business, you do need a drone license. The FAA guidelines clearly state that if you're doing aerial photography for any commercial use, even if it's promoting your business for free, it's still for commercial use. And if you do that and the FAA catches you, it will be an $1,100 fine for the drone pilot. And if a real estate agent hires an unlicensed drone pilot to take photos for their listings or videos for the listings, the agent will be fined $11,000. So it's very important that you do have a drone license or that your photographer has a drone license to operate a drone for commercial use. I really hope this video helped you in understanding what goes into real estate photography and upped your game for your real estate business. If you have any questions, you can let me know in the comment section below, or you can email me at contact@benotshanley.com.